Hey guys, this is Beef Flummy. I'm coming back at you. I've been lazy and have not been doing this challenge, so I'm way behind. Currently, I think I have 4 days to make up right now, so I'm just going to jump in. This is the My30DayWorld challenge being run by Absolute Tabletop, and I'm going to jump back into my homebrew world of Udasu and see what I can do. So, the cosmetology of your world and other planes, or other planes. That was 3/28. That's the first one I have to do. So this one I'm not particularly certain on. I know that the material plane is made up of a overlap of 4 major planes. One plane representing each sort of extreme sense of alignment. So the Feywild, for example, would probably be, the chaotic extreme. This is very free and embodies chaos, and like the Shadowfell would be the evil, and then there'd be some sort of like celestial plane, and then a very lawful plane of some kind. I'm not particularly certain on how those work, but that's my general idea right now. There's always there are a number of sort of naturally occurring portals on Udasu, spawned by this monster, this dead decaying monster opening them, and then also just because the world has a few naturally. So one of those is where the angels came from. But anyways, I'm going to move on to the next one. There's a lot of unanswered sort of unknowns, but that's what I have on the gist right now for the cosmetology. So the next one is which faction, in your world is feared and reviled. Or reviled. Feared and reviled. Anyways. So there's a group of Inquisitor-like people. I couldn't think of a good name. They're probably like the Black Brigade or something like that. I wanted something dark in there, but I wasn't certain exactly what. But this is a group of... Actually, I might have had I don't remember where I put that. I'll find it later. But these are a group of individuals that are seeking out sort of corruption among the humans, making sure that there's no infiltrated werewolves and vampires. And they're feared and reviled because they're pretty ruthless. And if they show up at your door, that means something bad's going on around your town. So they tend to try to blend themselves in, but they have a near absolute authority. They carry the authority of the church, a pretty high authority of the church. And so people don't like them because they're sort of a bad omen when they show up. The next one, who opposes evil and injustice in your world? That would be the angels and the church. So evil's kind of everywhere. The angels is like the one... Well, even they can be corrupted, but in a different way. Might get into that later. But they're the least likely to be corrupted of any of the people in this world. Some of the higher ups in the church are also extremely less likely because of their connection to this angelic deity. So they're the ones who they're doing a constant battle of trying to. The angels mostly deal with sort of the outside. They're always fighting, demons around in the world. But the church is mostly concerned with. Sure, they have to worry about protecting from the outside, but they're also extremely concerned about protecting from the inside and making sure that there's no bad people within the human community. Iconic monsters. I've already named a few of them, even in this episode. Vampires, werewolves, demons. That's sort of like the staple. Is that sort of slew. Just these sort of like dark horrors, nasty stuff. Demons in particular are one of those ones that, you know, when people think of sort of the darkness outside of the human community, they think of like demon lords and stuff like that. Anyways, my next video will probably be on Monday. Hopefully you enjoyed this, and I'll see you next time.